Hello everyone, this is my first lesson for fractions this week. I will be posting a few more videos to help, as well as all of the PowerPoints on the new YouTube channel and onto the website. But this is our first lesson on fractions this week. It's something that we've done before, but just it's a good idea just to revisit some of these concepts. So the start of this lesson is going to be which fraction is larger and why. Okay, you can pause at this point to work out the answer, but if you want me to carry on, I'm going to carry on through answering these questions. So straight away, when I'm looking at fractions, I always want to see if the denominator is the same. So is the denominator the same? In this situation, the denominator is not the same. So now I need to see is there a link between the two denominators. To see that link, you need to be using your times tables. So already when I am looking at my times tables here, I can see the 4 and the 8. Now I know straight away that the 4 times table, that 8 is in the 4, sorry, that 8 is in the 4 times table. How many times do we times by 4 to get to 8? We times it by 2. So on my other screen here, I've times by 2. Now, really important that when we multiply by 2 the denominator to make it the same, that we multiply the numerator as well by the same, which is why I've got the times 2 for the numerator. So if I just move on to the next screen, so there you can see times it by 2, I get 18 over 8 and now 13 over 8. This is really, really useful for us because now that the denominator is now the same, we only have to compare the numerator. So when I'm going to compare the numerator, I can see here that 18 is larger than 13. Okay, so I can see here that 18 is larger than 13. So actually, my 9/4 is the larger fraction. Okay, so I'm going to put a question up here for you to have a little go at. And I want you to use the greater and less than symbol sign to solve this. I'm just going to wait here for a little bit for you to have a go and how you might do it. You might want to think about what times tables you can see the denominators to be in. Okay, so I'm going to move on to go through the answer. So here is the answer. So I've written out my working out how to do it. Hopefully you did the same thing. So you can see 5/9 and 4/7. You find the common denominator. So in this situation, 9 and 7, I'm just going to multiply the two together to find the common denominator, which was 63. And then what I do to the denominator, I must do to the numerator. So when I convert 5/9 out of 63, I get 35 out of 63. Now with my 4/7, I've multiplied by 9 to get the same common denominator. And I multiply my 4 by 9 to get 36 over 63. And then I compare my numerators. That means that 36 over 63 is the larger one. So 4/7 is larger. So I'm going to use my greater less than symbol sign to do that. And there it is. 4/7 is larger than 5/9. Okay, so the first lesson is going to be able to add and subtract fractions. So I'm going to go through our success criteria. I can convert mixed number fractions to improper fractions. Okay, so that's something you might need to have a little bit of practice on, which I'll go through in the very next slides with you. I can change the denominator to be the same by using my times tables. Really important. We've just had a go at that by comparing fractions. And then I can add or subtract the numerator. So let's move on to the next screen for you. So over here, I have got well, some working out just to go through with you. Question here, 2 2/3 plus 5/8. Now, I'm just going to see if I can zoom into my screen very quickly. Let's see if I can do that. I can't seem to do that, but I will just really make this bigger. So, first of all, I've got 2 2/3 and 5/8. Now to convert this is a mixed number fraction, and I need to convert it to an improper fraction. I multiply the whole number by the denominator and then add the numerator. So in this example, I do 2 times 3, which equals 6. Then I add 2, which becomes 8 over 3 plus 5/8. Next, I then convert the fractions to the same denominator. Again, I'm just going to multiply 8/3 by 8 to find this the most common multiple, and this by 3, which becomes 24. So then my fraction becomes 64 over 24 plus 15 over 24, which equals 79 over 24. Now, my question is going to be, how would I convert my improper fraction back to a mixed number fraction? I'm just going to pause here for you just to have a little go. Okay, so if you want to have a go at doing this, this answer is the right answer. I agree with that, 79 over 24. However, if you want to convert this back to a mixed number fraction, this symbol here, the 79 over 24, that's the same as divide. So you need to do 79 divided by 24. Now you can use whatever method that you have. Now already just looking at that, I know there is going to be a remainder because 24 is an even number and 79 is an odd number. So already I know there's going to be a remainder. So my remainder, when we're doing division for this to convert it back, becomes my numerator. And the answer will be 3 and 7 over 24. That is my answer for this one. So I've got some questions for you to have a go at. I'm just going to leave it here. If you just pause the video, you can just have a go at these yourselves. If you feel like you understand it, maybe do 2 from each one. There's an addition and subtraction there. But I'm going to go through the next page, which is just over here for the answers. Again, pause it, give yourself a little tick if you get that one correct. Now, here is a reasoning problem. These are where I know sometimes we can find difficult, but again, if we take our time with it, we can definitely solve this problem. And I'm going to show you here. So over here, I've got, this is a diagram of a vegetable garden. It shows the fraction of the garden planted with potatoes and cabbages. The remaining area is planted with carrots. What fraction of the garden is planted with carrots? So you can see here that it's not to scale. Now, one of the key things that we always need to do is what can I see in this question? So what I can see in this question straight away are shapes. Really important. Shapes and fractions really link together. So I can see one rectangle, I can see another rectangle, I can see another rectangle. So these 3 shapes make one big rectangle. So I'm just going to highlight on the side the one big rectangle. Now, when I look at one big rectangle, when it's just there, it means the same as one whole. It was one whole, okay? Now, I'm going to write this out as a number sentence, which is done on the next screen for you. So that equals one whole, as you can see, and that's 2/3 plus 1/4 plus my missing fraction, which is the carrots, okay, which equals one whole. Now, I'm going to pause it here for you because actually now we need to find the common denominator between these ones to solve it. And then we need to find out what the missing fraction is going to be. So just pause the video and have a little go at that one. So I've just started working this out for you to help you. Now I know that in the times tables with the 3 and the 4 times table, 12 is my common multiple. Okay, so in order to make my denominators 12, I need to do this fraction times by 4, and the numerator has to be times by 4 because whatever we do to the denominator, we have to do to the numerator. And with this one, I've got to do 4 times 3, and then 1 times 3 as well. So I'm going to rewrite my number sentence again, so to show what it is with all the same denominators, which is going to be 8 over 12, add 3 over 12. Okay, which if I add this up equals 11 over 12. Now, so I know that these things here add up to 11 over 12. So actually to work this out, I need to find out what 1 whole is out of 12, which is, and I'll just write it here, 12 over 12. That means the carrots have to equal 1 over 12. Okay. So I'm just going to put some questions up here for you to have a go. And I'd really like you to have a go at solving these for me and then sending in your answers to the year group email, which I will put on the screen for you. So here is the email. It's year6.301@bdcs.org.uk. And I'd really like you to have a go at solving these questions for me. We will be putting more PowerPoint slides, so I'm going to add to this throughout the rest of the week, and this will be added to the school website for you to use. But yes, please send your answers to this email. Speak to you soon.